We've always been told as a kid that college is the best route to take for your future. When you get your degree, it's supposed to open up so many job opportunities for you. But in some cases, when it comes to basketball players, their only way out is to make it to the NBA. And some players were so good that they were drafted right out of high school. Players like Lou Williams, Kevin Garnett, Dwight Howard, and LeBron James. But back in 2005, the NBA declared that kids are not allowed to be drafted right out of high school anymore. But fast forward into 2019, players like Anfernee Simons have found loopholes, and he was eligible to get drafted right out of high school. And I can honestly say that his choice to skip college might have been the best decision he ever made. This is the story of Anfernee Simons. What's good, everybody? Welcome back. Now, as usual, I want to take this time to show my appreciation. Shout out to everybody who be spamming the underrated chants down in the comments. It's gonna take some more time for us to be on top, so we just gotta be patient, that's all. Hopefully we can get to 30k subscribers soon, but I don't know, we'll see. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you let me know that you're new down in the comments section. And make sure that you're following me on my social medias. I'm gonna leave all the links down in the description. But enough of all that talking. Let's get into this video. For the ones who've never heard of Anfernee Simons is a 6'4" shooting guard who played for the big time prep school IMG Academy. IMG Academy has an alumni of a lot of NBA players. Just to name a few: Dwight Powell, who plays for the Mavericks, Jonathan Isaac, who plays for the Orlando Magic, and last but not least, Trayvon Duvall. If you haven't heard from him in a while and you want an update on his career, make sure you go check out the video that I did on him. But anyways, Anfernee Simons was a top 10 recruit in the class of 2018. This class consisted of a lot of big time recruits and the ones that's gonna get drafted soon. Players like RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, Zion Williamson, and Bobo. So the fact that he was even in a discussion with those guys makes him the real deal. But while those players felt that college was the best route for them to get a shot at the NBA, Anfernee Simons' take on it was the complete opposite. When reporters were asking him a question about which college team is his favorite, he just shrugged his shoulders and he said, "I don't really have one." And being the only recruit on the top 100 list who hasn't committed to a college, it was safe to say that he didn't give it much thought. And just a couple days later, he announced to the world that he was going to declare for the 2018 NBA draft. He weighed his options and he felt that this was the best route for him to take. I mean, he was able to work on his game multiple times a day instead of having to worry about distractions from his classes. He knew the sacrifices that needed to be made and he was ready to face the consequences. Now, according to the rules of the NBA, you're supposed to be 1 year out of high school or at least 19 years of age to be considered in the NBA draft. And at the time, he was neither. So this is what he did. Instead of going to college, he did a postgraduate year, which is basically a 5th season of high school. And he just dedicated that whole 5th year to just getting better. There's just loopholes around everything. He ended up getting drafted by the Portland Trail Blazers with the 24th pick. Even though he has a long way to go, the Trail Blazers were looking for someone who has the most potential. And Anfernee Simons was definitely that guy. He can do it all, really. He can dribble, he can shoot, he can pass, and he's just a high-level athlete. And they already know that he's going to be dedicated to getting better. They say he has the potential to be a future all-star, but I don't know, we'll see. He doesn't really get much playing time because the Trailblazers are stacked at the guard position. They have Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Evan Turner, Rodney Hood, and Seth Curry. So yeah, he's just gonna have to wait until it's his time, that's all. But during the last game of the season, he was able to start and he played the whole game. It was mostly so the starters could get a rest and get ready for the playoffs. And man, this guy put on a show. The Trailblazers were actually getting blown out the whole game. But Anfernee Simons showed everybody what he's made of, and he brought them back from a 28-point lead. And he finished the game with 37 points and 9 assists. People were trying to say that the Sacramento Kings weren't trying hard just because they wasn't making the playoffs. But how were they not trying hard if they were blowing them out majority of the game? That's really just the critics trying to discredit what Anfernee Simons did. The Trailblazers just recently lost against the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference. And it's messed up because if they would have made it to the finals and won, Anfernee Simons' journey would have been the best rookie story ever. Drafted straight out of high school and then winning the NBA championship, I can't see anything topping that. But besides that, the potential for this kid is limitless, and who knows, maybe he can win some championships in the near future. We just gonna have to wait and see. Peace.
Hiding tears, you should be an actor, Sidney Poitier. Too busy chasing niggas, you can't listen what your daughter say. She deprived, searching for attention in another way. Mama stressing, gotta wipe the tears up on my mama's face. Granny down, she stay in the room from a depression state, no appetite. Took a couple bites and then she left the place.